RJ, it might just be me and you today. I don't think anybody else is coming. What's poppin', son? What's the deal? I think it's a sad day in America, so nobody is willing to tune in. But I'm going on at 3 o'clock. That's in I don't know, a couple minutes. So if it's just me and you today, so be it. You get the VIP thing. DLT68's in the house. I like it. What a cool name. DLT. Donald Lamont Thompson. How are you? I don't know what it stands for. Just guessing. Last video posted was fantastic. I don't know what it was. I did Richie Rich. Do G's get to go to heaven? I don't really know. Rev posts a lot of the videos from my old channel. I had, I think, almost 4,000 videos on my old channel. So every now and then we like to throw a new one up. You guys been reading the news? I don't know if there's anything exciting in the news. Let me see if there's anything. Within an hour of being released, Donald Trump. Yeah, the Richie Rich video is fantastic. No one has it. I don't think Richie Rich has it. And it's his biggest song, so. Within an hour of being booked and released from jail, Donald Trump was on his website selling Donald Trump merchandise. I want to walk around. And the funny thing is, these guys, I don't know if they're just morons or what. You know what his tagline is for the shirt? You know what his tagline is for the whole mugshot? I'll tell you, but I don't think you're going to believe it. It's like Make America Great Again or one of those. No, this one's insane. Hi, Paul Greenwell with the small green pill. This one's insane. By the way, guys, it's raining. I got to go to work in a few minutes. I'm just going to pick up some money. That's what you do. You go like this. I'm going to pick up some money just in case. So his new tagline is, I really think these guys are very low IQ individuals. Whether you like him, hate him, whatever, I'm not happy that a president of the United States gets arrested. I'm not certainly crying because it's him. But his tagline is, never surrender. That's his new thing. Meanwhile, he just surrendered. That's like if my tagline was, never wear sunglasses. Guys, never ever wear sunglasses. Don't do it. This moron's whole slogan now, his new slogan is never surrender. He went crawling in like a little bitch last night and surrendered. Hi, Purple Queen, Mississippi Queen. Unfortunately, Donald Trump, President of the United States, where I live, has been impeached twice. He was arrested 4 times, indicted 4 times, 91 felonies. I was sitting there last night going, who can I think of that had 91 felonies? John Dillinger had like 6 felonies. Charlie Manson had 4. Mike Vick had 2. O.J. Simpson murdered his wife and Ron Goldman. Nicole Brown Simpson. Sorry. Nicole Brown Simpson. I think O.J. had 3 felonies. How do you, John Gotti? I think John Gotti, that's a good one, RJ. Somebody Google how many felonies was John Gotti facing. How many times was he indicted? I think he was indicted 4 times. And he was known as the Teflon Don because nothing would stick to him. He finally died in prison with cancer. Cancer ate away his throat, his whole 9 yards. He never flipped. He's 78 years old. He'll be 80 by the time these things run their way through court, maybe 85. If he even gets 5 years in prison, and the one that just took place in Georgia, that's a minimum 5-year sentence. There's no way to get around it. So he's been indicted in Florida, Georgia, D.C., and New York. And all 4 of them are out to get him. It's Democrats. By the way, there's like 116 witnesses now, and 116 are all Republican. I don't think they have one Democrat who's a witness in these cases, for whatever reason. You do the research on that. Shall we get into the news? Hi, David Young. I never start the show unless David Young. If David Young goes into a coma, he won't. But if he does, the show's over, because I'm not doing it without him. Let's do what we do. R. Kelly. R. Kelly's in the news again. He got a $500,000 check for royalty. He's broke. He's got less money than me. This is a guy that was worth hundreds of millions of dollars. He's in prison for a minimum of 30 years. Still has some court cases outstanding. Got a $500,000 check a couple days ago for some of his royalties. They took it straight to the victim. Straight to the victims. Lonely city. Hey, it's a lonely city. Women in New York are looking for a man. I know just the right guy. Me, I will date all of you. All 622,411 of you, I will date. Take a number. I hope you like Taco Bell. We're just going through the dial. Within an hour of being released, his shirts were up. Look at that. Look at how childish and immature and stupid this looks. Never surrender. There's a note saying, please donate money to me. If you really want to get rid of Joe Biden, donate money to me. Hey, listen, I'm not hating on him for raising money. That's what you do. That's what all politicians do. They raise money. He's raising money. I gotta be honest with you, he usually looks funny. That's a nice ass suit. That's not a Trump suit made in China. It's made in China. Donald Trump even lied on his arrest paperwork. If you go on Twitter, it's now called X. I don't know why they called it X. It's pretty stupid to me. Honey, I'm not looking at porn. It's Twitter. If you go on Twitter, the number one trending thing is Donald Trump said he's 6'3" and weighs 215 pounds. Bro, he was 215 pounds in 1976. 215 pounds? Are you high? Come on, son. I'm not body shaming, but don't lie on your paperwork. For hair, it said blonde, strawberry. Okay. How much of that is dyed? That's fine. But you can't say you're 6'3" when you're standing next to people who are 6 foot and they're tall as you. And you certainly can't say you're 215 pounds. You can't even tell the truth on your arrest paper. You should be arrested for that. Okay. I don't think that there's one Trumper in the world who said he's been arrested, I'm not voting for him now. I don't think it's going to sway the election one way or another. However, I don't think he's going to get new people. I don't think any Democrats went, this is horrible, I'm voting for him now. So again, I'm not bashing anyone. Like who you like. I prefer my presidents are not felons. Allegedly. Not a felon, yeah. He could be innocent. He could be found not guilty. Kevin Hart, one of the #1 comics in the world, he's in a wheelchair. He jokes around, he's very athletic, extremely athletic, he has a lot of athletic friends. He decided he wanted to race a football player for the Patriots, I don't know his name. Kevin Hart and him got on the street and just ran. Now look, when you're 20, you run against anyone, you do what you want. Oh boy. Paul Greenwell has a breaking news story. 5 killed in a quadruple homicide-suicide in Uniontown, Ohio. That's horrific. I'm sure I'll have more on that tomorrow. Very, very sad. I don't know what I was talking about. Paul Greenwell threw a wrench. Paul Greenwell threw a wrench in the... And then I was talking about something. Anybody remember what I was talking about? Was I just talking about gibberish? I think it was something about Pam Anderson. Rikers is a jail, a notorious jail in New York City. A Rikers Island inmate has been charged with attempted murder after he pummeled a city correctional officer. Guys, you got a job at McDonald's, you got to worry about French fries. You got a job at JCPenney, you're worried about shoplifters. You got a job at a correctional facility, you're worried about people taking your life. Rashid Smith apparently flew into a rage at 1:20 a.m. Wednesday after he told a guard he was due to be sprung that day. Hey, you're supposed to get out, and you don't, you get pissed. I was talking about Kevin Hart. Thank you, David Young. David Young's watching. He's the only one watching. Everybody else has Judge Judy on. They're like, Judge Judy's on. Yeah, but Boogie Bob. Boogie Bob shit. Did you see all these people coming out against me? I don't know what happened. I'm a pretty nice person. I don't know what happened, but look at this. This lady, I've never met this lady in my life. For her to say that is very hurtful to me. I didn't do anything. And then last night, there was a deluge. I don't know what that means. There was a bunch of them last night. Look at these guys. These guys say, don't watch the Boogie Bob show. There's 5 people right there who I've never even met before. What did I do to these guys? I don't know. Then there's this guy. This one really probably hurt me the most. It's a damn baby. I'm a baby and I despise Boogie Bob. Now what little baby would do that? What little baby would take time out of their playing dates to make a thing that says they despise me? I don't know this kid. His mama might have known me. I don't understand. I didn't do anything to any of these people. And yet it seems like they're all out to get me. Look at this. Even couples are getting into it. Look at this couple. We both really enjoy hating the Boogie Bob show together. They literally sit there and hate. This is one of their things. Honey, what do you want to do tonight? You want to go to Red Lobster? No. Why don't we sit at home and hate the Boogie Bob show together? Oh, I love doing that with you. It's hurtful. Guys, I'm a human being. I think I saw Yo Ange had a sign also said Boogie Bob is shit. And I was like, Ange, how could you? Guys, I'm just doing this for a few minutes. I gotta be at work to pick up some money by 4 o'clock at the Dream Hotel, by 4:15. So I gotta leave here by 4. Murder by Rock River. A teenager beat a 42-year-old man with a rock. Oh, murder by Rock and River, not Rock River, I apologize. A teenager beat a 42-year-old man with a rock in Manhattan, causing him to fall into the Hudson River and die. Got beat with a rock, then fell into the Hudson. Miguel Cortez was charged with murder for allegedly attacking on Wednesday at the waterfront on 158th Street up in Washington Heights. They believe they were acquaintances. They were arguing. Look at this. Tragic father's prayers. Heartbreaking post in fatal hammer attack. I hope he didn't kill these kids. Leon Ye left, that's him, is accused of killing a woman with this hammer and brutally beating her 2 kids, who are both in critical condition. Can you please take a couple seconds out of your day to please think about these children? The husband of a Brooklyn woman bludgeoned to death by a hammer-wielding attacker, posted a heartbreaking tribute to his slain wife and pleaded for their 2 injured kids to pull through. So a man's wife was murdered with a hammer, and his 2 kids as well. And the kids are both alive, but are both in critical condition. Hi, Valerie. That's horrible. Well, I talked about this. I broke the story. This is Putin's rival. It was a bomb that downed his plane, Prigozhin, whatever his name is. As a newscaster, I should know his name. It's Yevgeny Prigozhin. Sounds like a wrestler. Somebody was out in their backyard filming, and they actually got the plane on its way down. There was other people on the plane, by the way. Putin don't care. Wrongfully crying racism is a bid to free a killer. If you're a killer, you're a killer. Whatever race you are, shame on you for killing people. Roosevelt Island tram, a tap away. I don't care. Perk killed by cop toss. Did you see this? It's a video. A guy on a motorcycle driving by. The cop wants to stop him. A cop throws a damn, like a beer chest, a cooler. Something you would go to the game and you got your beer in, your soda pops and sandwiches. He takes the cooler and he throws it at the guy on the motorcycle, killing him. A cop. This ain't Rambo, bro. A scooter-riding suspect trying to flee from a Bronx drug bust died when an undercover NYPD sergeant threw a cooler at him, prompting the department to suspend the cop and warn its tank and file about possible arrest for murder. The sergeant, identified by the NYPD as Eric Duran, was conducting a buy and bust operation in Kingsbridge Heights around 5:30 p.m. Wednesday when the suspect, Eric Dupree, 30, took off. Duran allegedly chucked through a cooler at the man. Horrible. I don't know what the hell's going on with this world. Did you watch the debates? Guys, I was Republican for most of my life. I found almost every person on that stage reprehensible, disgusting, and horrible. I didn't have a problem with Mike Pence, not even Chris Christie. But this little Ron Schwani guy seems like the most... Now, he's 38. Gotta give him props. The guy's 38 years old. I found him to be a repugnant, horrible narcissist. Not as bad as Ron DeSantis, but this is what they're offering. I'm not even a big Joe Biden fan. I'll stick with Joe Biden at the age of 130 over a 38-year-old kid who throws tantrums and screams at everybody on stage. Is he smart? Hell yeah. Is he outspoken? Hell yeah. For him to say that climate change is a hoax. That's who you want as president? Okay. Body rots for 5 days. Where at? The Bronx. Ignored at a Bronx clinic. The body of a patient who died after falling down the stairs at a Bronx clinic went unnoticed for 5 days. Fell down the stairs at a clinic. What stairwell do you have where no one goes in for 5 days? Until someone noticed a foul odor in the building. Sari Mao, this is her, God bless her. Sari Mao was found lying face down in an emergency stairwell. It's an emergency stairwell at Fordham Plaza Monday after an appointment. Dead and utterly decomposing to a point where she was absolutely unrecognizable. The body laid in a basement, not even a basement, in a hallway staircase for 5 days. Dead Tot's dad is eye. Authorities believe there is a high probability that the remains found in a Georgia garbage facility belonged to a toddler who went missing several days ago. The body of a small child, the father is a suspect. This body of a small child was found Wednesday afternoon. These babies, okay, I brought you this. This was a Boogie Bob exclusive. Remember the 7 people, 6 kids and 1 teacher hanging 900 feet off the ground? I said it was a shopping cart in Pakistan. I showed you the exclusive. Are you ready? Treat, you ain't ready. Look at this. I think they were up there for 11 hours. Guys, I couldn't sit at this table right now eating burritos for 11 hours. Look at this guy. He's literally acting like the door so the kids don't fall out, hanging from a damn rickety gondola inside the Miracle at 900 feet above Pakistan. Now, I told you back in college I packed a stand. Now I see. Now, you know, it just dawned on me. Now I finally see why all these people are coming out against me. Look at this kid. Now I finally see what the kids are talking about. This kid said Boogie Bob sucks. I find that reprehensible. As soon as I find out what reprehensible means, I think I'm going to find that reprehensible. Hair-raising drone footage. Oh, that's from a drone. Look at this dude. He's on a damn cell phone. He just said, yo, hey, sir, I'm going to be a little late for work today. Listen, Johnson, this is the 3rd time this week. You better get here. What excuse do you have now, sir? Oh, well, I'm hanging 900 feet from a shopping cart. Drone footage. 16 hours, bro. I can't lay in my bed for 16 hours. Oh, I can. I've done it. I did it yesterday. Ex-husband killer in bust video. Newly released police body cam footage shows the arrest of a Florida woman accused of masterminding the murder of her Microsoft executive husband. I remember this story. It was a woman. She had custody with her. He had custody of the kids. He's from Microsoft. So she ended up, I think, she had a boyfriend. When he dropped off the kids, they put a tire, I think, in the street, so he couldn't go around it. He had to pull over. When he got out, they shot and killed him. I said, what? I think they did it like right in front of her house. Newly released police body cam shows the arrest of a Florida woman accused of masterminding the murder of her husband, Microsoft executive ex-husband. The video, first reported by Fox News, shows officers entering her home. He was gunned down in February last year, dropping his kids off with Gardner Fernandez, and the new husband, not a boyfriend, the new husband was in on it. I don't know. Texas cops saves the day. It's a bunch of S's. So I'm going to say that that's a snake. I don't know. Could be a snake story. Jason Francis in the house. Jason, you put some baddies on your page. I went and dropped a couple likes on your Instagram page. A Texas cop was dubbed a snake whisperer. Ain't no snakes on this motherfucking plane. After coming to the rescue of a woman whose car was blocked in a parking lot by a massive python. That's what she said. Sorry. Our officers may have hidden talents the Irving Police Department wrote on social media. Body cam footage shows that Burns, the cop, grabbing the 8-foot-long snake he quickly identified as a python. After Burris was called the local wildlife protection, they helped remove the python. Now, I used to have a one-eyed trouser trout. I think it was called a one-eyed trouser snake. I can't remember. These are kids' jokes when you're little. Just going around the dial. I don't know why this kid hates me. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I don't even know that kid. I could be Donald Trump right now. Kid, your hair is stupid. Look at this kid. He's nothing. He's a failed kid. Why would the kid take shots at me? I've never done anything. Getting snippy. I'm getting rid of this kid. This kid is 26% uptick in the old snip. That's a vasectomy. I'm not sure how it works, but they snip your balls. They do something, they go in your balls and they snip something. I'm not. When I was 15 or 16 and first started having sexual relations, I mastered what's called the pull-out method. That's why I'm 60 and I have no kids. I need to revert. Once I got good at it, that was my method. Italy busts German vandals. 2 German tourists spray-painted slogans on a Munich soccer team onto a 400... Oh, I hope these kids go to prison. 2 German tourists spray-painted slogans for a German soccer team onto a 460-year-old landmark in Florence, Italy. They go to the Vatican and start spray-painting 49ers rule, Raiders suck. The exterior of the Vasari corridor, which connects the famous Uffizi galleries, suffered $10,000 in damage. Police identified the perpetrators as being among a group of 11 students. Oh, I bet their teacher and their parents are proud. They say they found cans of black spray paint. When one of the students was questioned, he said, "Johnny did it." They snitched on you. They rolled over on each other. Right now, everybody in that Trump indictment's rolling over. This lady has gotten more press than anyone. If you haven't seen the video, there's a reason it went viral. I don't care what anybody says. I'm getting off this plane. You all are gonna die. That mother effer ain't real. Nice shoes, Playboy. That mother effer ain't real. Dead dolphin. Have you seen this? This is horrible. Now listen, obviously people are more important, I think, than a dolphin. But we have people murdered every day. It's just part of the game. But when you hear about this kind of thing, a guy, a kid, I think he's 19, took a picture for the gram. That's the Instagram for you old folks out there. And he held up the dolphin. Holding the damn dolphin, a baby dolphin. The dolphin was found dead an hour later. A Florida teenager says he is receiving death threats. Good. Hope he gets punched in the face. Sorry. I take it back. A Florida teenager says he is receiving death threats. Good. I hope he gets punched in the face. Oh, sorry. I said that already. I take it back again. I don't want anyone to get punched in the face. Except maybe the kid who killed the dolphin. A Florida teenager says he is receiving death threats. Good, I hope it's not. After he plucked a baby dolphin out of the ocean for an Instagram photo. The unidentified 19-year-old posted a photo online showing him smiling while holding the dolphin calf several feet out of the water on Amelia Island under the bridge that crosses the Nassau Sound. The young dolphin was found dead in the same area on Wednesday. The teen defended himself from the backlash online, claiming it was an accident. I believe that that kid should get punched in the face, and I'm not taking it back. Piece of shit. The remains of a 26-year-old Georgia mother of 3 have been positively identified through DNA technology. More than 2 years after she was last seen walking alone in the rural trail. Olivia Samantha Fowler was reported missing by the sheriff's office on August 14, 2021. A day after the last sighting. She has now been identified through DNA. God bless her and her family. Not God bless the little jerk who killed a dolphin. Gender surgery. Rise in gender surgery. Near triple in 3 years. I say do what you do. That's what you do. Do what you do. But if you do get your cut off, you ain't putting it back on. So make sure you know what you're doing. I support my brothers and sisters in the trans world. Rock slide kills boy in Israel. Jane Doe, I can't get a damn break over here. Everybody, I got no good stories here. Falling boulders the size of cars, killed a little boy and injured at least 8 others during a rock slide near the Dead Sea of Israel. Have you ever seen a rock slide with some of those boulders the size of a sofa come tumbling down? Horrible. Oh my God. That's Bruce Beck. Bruce Beck is a local legend out here. He's a newscaster guy. Thief snatches wallet at Rockefeller Center. That's every day, but not every day that it's a huge newscaster. NBC4 New York's lead sports anchor, Bruce Beck, great guy, was robbed of his wallet Wednesday night when he was confronted by a thief near the station's studio at Rockefeller Center. Beck, 66, was walking on 49th Street. The street you're here, right here, 49th Street. Around 9:30 p.m. By the way, it's very busy over there at 9:30 p.m. when an unidentified male ripped his back pocket and swiped the wallet. Now, when I first moved to New York, all the kids were buying box cutters. You know, it's a little thing, handle, and you push it up and then the blade comes out. They would go up and cut your pockets on your leg, including your skin. They'd walk right up, there's your back pocket, and cut it off. One gets you in a bear hug, the other one just cuts your pockets. I'm glad that he wasn't hurt. Girl 5 is saved from a predator. Now, is this a human predator or is this an alligator? I'm thinking it's a human predator. A Good Samaritan rescued a 5-year-old girl who was allegedly kidnapped and sexually assaulted by an elderly man. I saw the video of the man being arrested on the train in New York. I think it's on the train, yeah, in Queens. Witnesses spotted the suspect, 75-year-old Franz Villa. He'll spend the rest of his life in prison, being somebody's bitch for a grilled cheese sandwich. He was spotted at 74th Street, Roosevelt Avenue subway station. A strap hanger recognized the pair from a citywide alert about the missing girl who was kidnapped. Tori Day sent me that last night. Thank you, Tori. She followed the pair and then snatched the young girl away from the creep. So the man actually kept the girl. I'm so glad he didn't kill her, but he kept her with him, and the woman said, "Oh my God, this is a hero." I'm gonna read that back to you. The strap hanger, that's a subway rider, recognized the pair from citywide alert about the missing girl who was kidnapped after her mother let Villa, the man, watch her daughter. Guys, don't let nobody watch your daughter, bro. Please. Or son. This woman followed the pair and then snatched the young girl away from the creek before screaming to nearby police for assistance. According to the criminal complaint, the officers removed the child from Villa and promptly arrested him. He was arraigned Thursday and held on $275,000 bail. The child's mother, Kimberly Pigeon, 30, is also facing felony charges. Let your precious little 5-year-old go with some piece of crap. Hold on. Sales can wait. Boogie Bob, time sensitive. You better stop it. Better stop it, RJ. RJ's been so supportive of me for so long. He's no treat, but he's pretty good. And nobody's a Brooklyn born. I was just talking about Brooklyn born yesterday. I have comic books sitting on my dresser for Brooklyn born for almost a year. They'll practically be collector's items by the time that I send them, but I promise you I have them, and I will send them, and I'll put something special in there for you as well. I think RJ, I don't know. I always ask Rev. I said, Rev, who do I owe shit to? It took David Young almost 11 years to get his watch. Almost 11 years. You guys remember this big ass guy right here? You guys remember this big ass man right here? Watch this guy. That guy right there. Look at the size of this monster. He's my boy now. We cool. We cool together. He's gonna wave at me. He's gonna wave at me. That's what he does. He just because I'm Boogie Bob. There's my guy. Now he turns the corner. He's a guy. What's up, OG? How you living, Playboy? All right. I'm great, man. Thank you. All right. There he is. Guys, I grew up in the wrestling era. I was friends with Hulk, friendly with Macho Man, Bret Hart. And these guys, when you see them, especially during the steroid era, they were huge, just big. They're little babies compared to this guy. I'm telling you, this is a huge man with a barrel chest. Just huge. It's super nice. I gotta get on with the news. But if he steps out of line, it's gonna be a problem. But don't tell him I said that. Rev is busy today. Rev is holding out for more money. Now, I gave him $2 last year, and now this year he wants $3. I'm like, Rev, come on. Does anybody know this girl's phone number? It's really important that I talk to her on a personal, nothing sexual. TikTokers keep reinventing trends like tomato girls. I don't know what that is, but I like her. This is what I was getting ready to talk about. Pro wrestler dead at 36. This one hurt my heart. His name was Rotundo. Mike Rotundo was a big wrestler back in the 90s. Anyways, he had a son, Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt was a huge superstar. Died yesterday at the age of 36 of a massive heart attack. Bray Wyatt, a professional wrestler in the WWE, has died unexpectedly. He was 36. The news was announced by the WWE head of creative Paul Triple H. Triple H. He is the son of Mike Wyndham and the nephew of like Barry Windham, Mike Rotundo. Very, very, very sad. And then just a couple days ago, we lost one of the most popular hardcore wrestlers of all time. Terry Funk. Terry Funk was a hardcore wrestler, one of those southern Texas boys. He fought everybody. He fought until he was about 80. He was practically fighting at the funeral of himself. He wears the bandana because his head, you know, they used to cut themselves with blades. His head is just a hamburger patty. Terry Funk dead at the age, I believe he was 72. What do I know? I'm not a newsman. Marjorie Taylor Greene is a piece of crap. I don't know why they would say that here, but that's... Let me read. Marjorie Taylor Greene is a piece of shit. I don't know why they would put that. Shout out to India. India just landed on the moon. They landed a damn rocket on the moon. They got a rover driving around out there and everything. See, I could, if I was Jay Leno, I could have cracked a taxi cab joke right there. And did you guys hear about India landing on the moon? The guy, they landed, and right away the guy said $15. It would have been kind of racist, but if Jay Leno does, he gets away with it. It says here the lunar module smelled like curry. That's also semi-racist. I don't find that funny. Space-based battle, I don't care. Ooh, space-based battle, I kind of care. The chairman of the House Armed Services Committee, I don't care. Maui horror story. It's my son. I don't know what the story is. I cried the other day like a little bitch on this show talking about that man, 19-year-old guy who rode a bicycle 18 miles through fire. The tires melted on the bicycle to save his grandmother. Ex-cop kills 3 at a biker bar. What the hell? An ex-cop kills 3 people at a biker bar. A former police officer killed 3 people and wounded 6 others when he opened fire at a famed biker bar in Southern California before he was shot dead by the cops. The shooter went into the bar targeting his ex-wife, who was wounded but survived. What a piece of shit. Guys, if you're going to take yourself out, do it. I don't want you to, but if you're going to, do it. Just don't take anyone with you, please. This is a horror story in Maui. My son, Kivio, 14, died in the wildfires that swept through the Maui town earlier this week. His body tragically preserved in ash. The only good news out of there is about 115 confirmed dead, but the good news is the 1,000 missing has shrunk down to almost nothing. That happens sometimes, even when the World Trade Center here, we had 50,000 people missing. Turns out we lost 3,000, but you know, people didn't call their grandma, and the grandma files a police report, this kind of thing. So the number has gone from 1,000 to considerably less. There are still plenty of people missing, but hopefully we take care of that soon. We get to the bottom of it. Hand Mom is a crazy, crazy sick woman. She is now running for Congress in Florida, and she might win. I'm not doing it. Guys, I gotta get on the damn train. A Turkish drone strike kills 7 Kurds in Iraq. Midtown stabbings. There it is. 2 bloody attacks in the span of 10 minutes. Knife attacks in Midtown. Guys, you can't get it. Like, if I want to go get a gun right now, I don't even know where to go. If you want to get a knife, you reach in your bag, you got a knife. 2 men were stabbed in separate attacks in Manhattan within 10 minutes of each other last night. Vacay gal, this is horrible. Vacation gal dumps her dog. Now, I think I read this online somewhere. She was going to the airport. She had her dog with her, and they said, your dog can't fly, so she threw the dog away. Because she wasn't going to not go to Cancun. I could be completely wrong. This heartless move came back to bite her. It was really rough. Okay. A Pennsylvania woman who allegedly ditched her French bulldog at the Pittsburgh airport so she could jet off on vacation was charged with animal cruelty. Allison Geyser, 44, left a 7-year-old dog in a stroller and flew to Mexico on August 4th because she didn't have a crate for her pet. Officers later found the pooch abandoned near a short-term parking lot. She just took her dog and threw it in the damn parking lot. I wish this kid would quit rattling. The moron. Take it easy. Now I see why kids hate me. Police later found the dog abandoned near a short-term parking lot in the Pittsburgh airport and tracked her down. She was charged with 1 count of misdemeanor animal cruelty along with animal neglect and abandonment. The poor puppy, unhurt despite the ordeal, was cared for at a shelter and has found a temporary home. I hope they do not give it back to that piece of garbage. The dog is doing well and is still being fostered. Investigators determined she intentionally abandoned the dog near the short-term parking lot because she didn't want to miss her trip to Mexico. You have a dog for 7 years. You're going to take it to the airport in a stroller. She's in a damn, like a baby stroller. They're like, ma'am, if you have a dog, you got to pay for it and have it in a crate. She's like, no, I'm going to go to my car. I forgot my gloves. Comes back, my dog decided not to. Here it is. There's India. They chilling. By the way, they have a really unusual spacecraft. It's like painted yellow. And here's Russia. 2 days before, Russia actually crashed a damn rocket, a spaceship, into the moon. And it says, I thought Przongi would just fall out a window. I don't know what that means. Prigozhin is the guy who was killed in the airplane. Someone said sarcastically, I thought he would fall out of a window. Most of Putin's people who've crossed him fall out of windows. They fall off of big buildings, elevator shafts. They get poisoned. It's always supposed to look like an accident. No one gets shot. All right, we still got a couple minutes to do what we do when we do what we want to do. I say screw you, your crew, and your dad and your mama too. See, I bring the drama fool, period, comma fool, forget Donald Trump, and bring back Obama fool. I make it happen, rap, clap, and trap, and trip, flip, and just to win some, what happened? I'm better than ever for 11s and 70 suckers in minutes. I'm in it to win it. My style is infinite. I said it a minute. Come show with my cash, get your forehead in it. Cause I'm a bang bang, shoot 'em up, gangster Mac. I got a gangster track, you yank me and I can't get back. And as a matter of fact, you get jacked for your stack. I'm like a cold-hearted mother beeping maniac. See, I come correct with text to neck and wreck some sets. You don't really hear me though. Rev's in the house. Rev is home. Rev just got out of jail. Apparently the paperboy dropped all charges. I'm very happy to hear about that. Rev, I pray that you are okay. God bless you, my friend. Rev just went on a 2-day vacation with Kevin Spacey to a villa, and I think they had a pretty good time. We're doing birthdays, Rev. We're doing birthdays. It's Blake Lively's birthday. She's an actress. It is Billy Ray Cyrus. Don't break my heart, my achy, breaky heart. Some can understand. Tim Burton. Billy Ray Cyrus is also the father of Miley Cyrus. He also had the #1 song in the world of all time with the damn Nas X. Took my horse to the old town road, wanna ride till I can't no more. The song beat Michael Jackson, Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, Tina Turner, all for the longest to ever be #1 on the billboards at like 20 weeks or something. Insane. Tim Burton is a crazy director who motherfuckers are sitting at the same table yelling right next to each other. What'd you do for lunch? I had chicken. How about you? Tim Burton, you know him for Nightmare Before Christmas, Edward Scissorhands, Batman Returns, Ed Wood. I loved Ed Wood. Big Fish, I don't know what that is, but Edward Scissorhands, 65 years young today, God bless you. King Harris is T.I.'s son, he's a douche. I don't care. Kel Mitchell, you know him from Keenan and Kel, from The Burger Shop. Sean Connery, now I was a big Sean Connery fan. Great actor, I am a great actor. From Scotland. Until one day he gave an interview. This was towards the end of his life. He gave an interview where he was condoning rape. That's a fact. Look it up. I watched it with my jaw on the floor. Sometimes you just have to smack a woman and give her what she really wants. I don't condone. Once you do stuff like that, you can't come back from it. Not with me, anyway. Gene Simmons. I met Gene Simmons. Gene Simmons is the bassist, founding member. Some would say the lead of the group Kiss. Others would say it's Paul Stanley because he does most of the lead songs. But Gene Simmons, the demon child. Gene Simmons got a tongue 14 inches long. He can lick his own elbows. Guys, I read that somewhere. You cannot lick your own elbows. Try it. I'll wait. Gene Simmons can. Gene Simmons can lick his back. The tongue. He's also sold 100 million records. And I don't care. Rachel Ray. Rachel Ray is like a billionaire. I got nothing to say bad about Rachel Ray. I know that later on I want to take my horse to the Old Town Road where I can't gonna ride no more. Claudia Schiffer at one time was my boss. I talk to you all the time about some of the places I did. Hard Rock, I have it again, but when I was the owner of the bathrooms at all the Planet Hollywoods in Cocheck, my bosses were Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And when I did the All-Star Cafe, my bosses were Shaquille O'Neal, Tiger Woods, Andre Agassi, Charlie Sheen. But I had a place called the Fashion Cafe. It was owned by Claudia Schiffer. That's when she was dating the magician guy, David Copperfield, who took a shit in my bathroom and didn't wash his hands. Then he goes out and shakes hands at everybody at the table. Hey, Steve, how are you? I'm like, he shit on his fingers. Claudia Schiffer, Linda Evangelista, Cindy Crawford, and one other were the owners there. It wasn't open very long. It was pretty shitty. That's where I got to meet Biggie. So, I got to see Biggie as he walked by my window. Regis Philbin. I'm losing my mind. That was Regis. I used to love when Dana Carvey would do a impression of him. Regis could be telling you a story. So I went to McDonald's. I bought a Big Mac. Regis Philbin passed away in 2020. God. Why don't you chastise your kids, man? Screaming. That's all we got for that. Then we'll do the deaths and we'll get up out of here. I'm not going to be doing the Wheel of Deal today because I got to go get some money. Sometimes I go down there, they got 40,000 for me. I got a feeling today they're going to have like 180 bucks. I'm going to want to kill myself. They don't tell me ahead of time. They say, Bob, I got some checks here for you. I'm like, oh, great. I go down to 2 checks. It's not even going to pay for my subway fare. Deaths. Let's see who died on today's date. We do not celebrate their death unless it's Hitler. We celebrate their life and their passing. Sometimes it's somebody famous. Aaliyah. I got a great Aaliyah story. Aaliyah was 1 in a million. Aaliyah was one of the greatest ever. I mean, she would have been bigger than Whitney Houston. She was so young. She died in 2001 in a plane crash. Now, at the time, my business partner, John, who's still my partner today, when I hired him, he was a struggling filmmaker, and he wanted to make videos. He used to work for me in my bathroom, and he'd read books on lighting and how to direct, and so he started making videos. He shot a lot of DMX videos, Rough Riders, and he was with Aaliyah. Now, that company owed him like 70 grand. It's a lot of money. And Aaliyah died in the plane crash, and all that died with her. So he came to my house one day. We were going over money we have, and he says, "I don't know what to do. They owe me 70 grand, but they're gangsters." I go, "Dude, I'm a gangster. I know the streets. I'm from the streets. They're gonna respect you if you just act like a man and ask them for your money." He goes, "Yeah, but I don't want them to be mad at me." I go, "Dude, it's your money. They ain't gonna be mad. They're gonna think you're the man. Dude, you know I'm from the streets. Do it." The guy he's calling is D. D is the owner of Rough Rider Records. He's also a horrible street gangster, murdering badass, straight out the projects. So my business partner goes, "You sure?" I go, "I'm positive, man. You won't get your money, and he's gonna respect you for having the balls to step to him." He's at my house. I'm sure, man. You got this. Hello, hi, is D there? Hi, D. It's Sean Daytree. Yes, from ID Films. We did the. Yes, how are you? Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm so sorry. I heard about Aaliyah. Listen, you owe me 70,000. I was thinking, and then his face turned white. You can hear the guy going, "You little bitch! I'll kill you and your family." He goes, "Yeah, but and he's looking at me. I go, "You got this? Because you calling me up asking me for money, I will murder you." John's got tears in his eyes. It's like, but Bob said that you, okay, all right, bye. Hung up, I go, "Dude, I don't know. My bad." It was one of the greatest days of my life because my friend was crying and almost murdered. Very, very sad. Don't think that rationale works with guys who may or may not be a murderer. Famous deaths. Let's do it. Aaliyah, God bless you. Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong. I have so many of my friends who say that nobody ever landed on no damn moon. Well, India just did yesterday. Yeah, but guys, this was 1968. There's no way Apollo 11. Neil Armstrong walked on that moon. No, it was a soundstage in Cleveland. Neil Armstrong, the first man to ever walk on the moon. He said, "One giant leap for man, one giant step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Something along those lines. John McCain. Much like my father, John McCain was a war hero in Vietnam, except he was captured. Donald Trump doesn't like him because Donald Trump likes his heroes who weren't captured. That's what this douchebag who refused to serve because he had tennis elbow. My dad's laying in a foxhole for 2 years with his dead partner's guts all over his dog tags. Donald Trump was in the Hamptons playing golf because he had heel spurs. Donald Trump had the nerve. I'm not into John McCain. Me and his politics did not align, but John McCain will go down as one of the greatest heroes in American history. He died on this date, 2018, at the age of 81. He spent 5 years at the Hanoi Hilton. The Hanoi Hilton, if you don't know, was one of the worst prisoner of war camps in all of Vietnam. He was shot down, and when he was shot down, he had horribly broken arms. You know, the plane, he was in a plane crash. They don't take you to the hospital. Say, "Oh my God, he's got a broken arm. Let's put him in the..." They kick your broken arm. he was beaten and tortured. Many people that were arrested or captured, like he was, were told, you can go home. All you have to do is sign here saying you denounce America and that they're fighting an illegal war and they shouldn't be here. And what am I looking at here? I'm looking at Rev saying no. Okay. Anyways, he refused to sign. He could have went home 3 or 4 years before. He said, I will suffer whatever you throw at me, but I will not denounce America. You can't never take nothing away from John McCain. Unlike my heroes who weren't captured. Fuck out of here. Ted Kennedy. Ted Kennedy and McCain were actually dear friends. Ted Kennedy, the brother of, the youngest brother of Robert Kennedy. I think it was the youngest brother. He actually had a horrible scandal when he killed a woman in Chappaquiddick. Drove off the road drunk. She drowned in his car. It was all covered up. He was actually kicked out of Harvard for having a friend take his Spanish exam. Kicked out of Harvard. He was the black sheep of the family. Anyways, God bless him. He died in 2009. Friedrich Nietzsche, very, very German philosopher and critic, best known for his books such as Beyond Good and Evil, Twilight of the Idols, and Thus Spake Zarathustra. It's one of my favorite books. I read it all the time. Truman Capote, the guy used to talk like this. I gotta be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. Truman Capote was a writer, quite a literary genius. He actually wrote the book that really put him out there was his non-fiction book called In Cold Blood, which was about a horrible murder at a farmhouse. I can't remember where, but anyway, Truman Capote was a huge sensation. I got a bunch of Art Rooney. Art Rooney, I don't even have to look this one up. He was the owner of like the Pittsburgh Steelers. Him and his whole family. I'm just going around the dial here. I don't know any of these guys. I know I gotta go pick up some damn money. I'm right by the train, so I will head over there now. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Rev, I pray that things are okay with you. I want to thank everybody who takes time out of their day to try to brighten someone else's day. Guys, I do this show for free. There's nothing here. This is a hassle. A lot of times the kids sitting here smoking weed, yelling and screaming. I got a headache, I gotta do stuff. I come here for you. I come here to try to spread some kind of kindness and love or laughter just for a few minutes in the hopes that some of you will take it and spread it elsewhere. If I get just one person on here to make someone else's day better, that would mean I failed. Because just one person, what are you, a piece of crap? I want 10 people. 10 people on here to go and be kind to 10 other people. And we will start a ripple effect that moves across the earth like a tsunami of love. I want to thank you all. I want to thank Rev for doing what you do. Valerie, I love you. Thank you so much. Tammany, God bless you. Brooklyn Bourne's in the house. Valerie, of course. Rev, I'm not saying hi to Rev right now. I'm not talking about it. Treaton, God bless you. RJ, you are the man. RJ always says, Bob, you're the man. No, you're the man. And the rest of you, thank you all very much. I appreciate you. Papo Sanders, God bless you. Please let me know if you guys need anything at all. If you ever want to talk, get in my DMs. I just started doing these really cool videos where I leave food on this platform by my house. And it's usually gone within 20 minutes. Today it was gone, I think, in 18 minutes. Yesterday was 17 minutes. There are a lot of people that are hungry. Let's say you got a can of Folgers sitting in your cupboard that you're not going to ever use, or a bag of Doritos that you don't like the ranch, but you somehow have ranch Doritos at your house, a can of soup, just a regular old crappy can of Campbell soup, goes like that. Put it on top of a garbage can. Somebody walking by who's hungry will say, "Oh my God, I really can use this soup for dinner tonight." I want to appreciate all of you so much. Please be kind and loving to each other. Be good to yourself because you deserve it. And if no one told you today you're special, then they're foolish. Because each and every one of you is special, but not as special as David Young. God bless you.